I'm going to talk about something that is pretty well known, something that everyone has in their computer, something that maybe some people are a little more cautious about or are a little bit more knowledgeable about it than others, but it's still in everyone's computer, and that is storage. Um, how much storage do you have in your computer? Feel free to respond in the comments area down below me here, or feel free to send me an email at TheZRTECH@gmail.com. I'm interested to know, how much storage do you have in your main computer? I'll go over a few of my computers. My main server file server type computer, I have 2 terabytes of storage, um, and then and then I have an 80 gigabyte kind of like a waiting area where I just drop files in, and when I go onto that system, I'll actually sort it where in the areas of the computer I actually want it to go. I also have a partition for Time Machine for 2 Mac laptops that I know that I use a lot. The rest of my Macs I pretty well leave to be fend for themselves. If they have an issue, I will reinstall. I don't find I need to really back them up. So I have 2 terabytes in my main server, plus an 80 gig swap drive area. On this main laptop, though, on my MacBook, which I use the most, I have a 500 gigabyte drive in there, which I recently installed. So I tend to have a little bit more storage than maybe I need to, but I tend to store quite a bit of stuff. On this computer here, I've got about a couple, or 20 gigs, or no, yeah, 20 gigs. I've got 200 gigs of use space on this drive. So I have gotten into this drive, and I've started to really use stuff on it. I do back up a lot. I don't trust Time Machine completely to do all my stuff, because it is a program and it is software, and it might, do the wrong thing. It is not it's not smart enough to always do the right thing. That's at least my point of view. Maybe it is. Who knows? But I always do back up. I have a storage area where I store all my programs and stuff. Because certain software you get in, never can afford to get again. Like all the Adobe products are quite expensive. Aperture, Logic Studio Essentials. Oh, what else do I have? Final Cut Essentials. Final Cut Express. It's not Essentials. It's Final Cut Express and Apertures, or in Logic Express. But those are programs that I don't afford to lose, because I paid quite a bit of money to actually use those programs, and I use them quite well. Right now, I'm not using them, even though I have all this expensive video editing software. I still prefer ScreenFlow to make my YouTube videos, which is kind of weird. Anyways, so I have quite a bit of storage on my systems. I also have another iTunes server over. You can't see it, but it's over there. It's actually an old G3 Mac computer. It's one of the the Blueberry Macintosh G3 computers, which are pretty cool systems. It is actually an iTunes server, and it has, I think, a good 100 gigabyte drive in it, and that's my iTunes server. So I have quite a bit of a very different amount of space. This is my secondary laptop here. This is my iBook G4. It's actually my first Mac laptop, and it has a 160 gigabyte drive in it. And my little Spire 1, my favorite Windows laptop, has 160 gigabytes as well. So all my systems have a fair amount of storage. Now, in a year from now, I'll be looking back and laughing, thinking, only 2 terabytes? Now I've got 40 terabytes, or I've got 100 terabytes. So storage is something that pretty well changes fast. Just a little while ago, 500 gigabytes was the biggest hard drive you could get. Now 1.5 or 1. I think it's 2 terabytes is the largest drive you can get. I have a 1 terabyte drive, and I have another 500 gigabyte drive. The 1.5 terabyte is where I store most of my stuff. And the other 500 gigabyte one is where I use this. I back up this machine using Time Machine on that drive. I haven't had any problems yet, but I might have some problems in the future, considering the fact that it's only 500 gigs when I am backing with another 500 gigabyte drive, but I don't know yet. So yeah, I have quite a bit of storage. So what do you have? Do you work on a PC and you have, you know, a certain amount of storage, or do you want to work on a Mac and you have a certain amount of storage? Are you hoping to upgrade to a different amount of storage? Are you happy with the amount of storage you have now? Storage is something that's funny. I've always been cautious about storage on all my laptops. This used to be my main laptop, just because it was small and it was great to take to school. I took this to school to take notes and different things like that, and this laptop was great for that. Only thing was, I was always cautious about the storage, because if you don't know, Windows takes up a lot of space. Not saying that Mac doesn't take up a lot of space as well, but Windows tends to take up a lot of space, with bloatware and different stuff like that comes with it. But I was always cautious because I get to maybe 30 gigs free or 20 gigs free. I personally always like to keep about 50 gigs before it's full. Like, I want to have 50 gigs free on each of my hard drives, which is, I've been able to accomplish that on a lot of hard drives, a lot of computers, but I haven't had any problems with it. So, I am always willing to answer any questions. If you have any questions about storage or about any of my computers, I'd be happy to share them with you. You know, I have a wide range of knowledge of different Macintosh computers as well as different PC computers, and I'm always happy to share that knowledge with anyone who's really interested in it. So if you want to email me, you can email me at TheZRTECH@gmail.com. Sorry, it's a new email address and I'm having trouble remembering it. So yeah, you can email me there at TheZRTECH@gmail.com, and also you can reply in the comment section below. I'd be happy to read any comments you have. You know, this is, you know, my fifth video, so I am still new at it, and if you have any suggestions, I'd be happy to hear it. May they be good or bad, and I'm sure they're going to be bad ones. So, anyways, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoy many videos to come. Thank you very much. Goodbye.